All right, everybody. We apologize because of the internet connection, whatever. There's a little storm going on here. So this is part two. So I'm going to go back. So this part two, if you haven't seen part one, go back and see part one. So this is part two. Part one, we talked about glowing skin beauty. So you went over your makeup routine. You went over your dietary and your skincare, your diet, and your exercise. Now we switched over into pregnancy. So what you did when you're pregnant. So we went over with Justice. You're more of a bodybuilding fitness type of workout and more protein, a lot of protein, almost every meal, and hard cardio. And now with Titus, you actually switched to more of a raw diet.
Yeah, I was already on a more raw diet whenever I was pregnant with Titus, so I just kind of stuck with that. And then I started doing like pregnancy yoga, and I walked. So I did everything very gentle because that's just where I was at that time. So,
all right. What next? So Rob, if that answered your question, give me a thumbs up. So again, like I'm imploding on the inside because the connection failed, and but this is things that happen. This is how we roll. If you have any questions whatsoever for Whitney, please put the comment below so we can answer those for you. People are getting on now. Thanks for finding us again.
Back,
I know coming back will really end. Any questions, just please put below. Also hit the share button. And lots of hearts and lots of likes. So let's see. So we got the pregnancy down. Everybody knows your eating routine. You did the skincare line. That's really good. And anything else that you feel? Or do you want to go on to the next? Let's go on to the next
subject.
Laura?
So that Dr. Lee asked, just how do you balance your kids' dreams and your dreams as well? So. Is that pretty much your question? That was the basis of it. So really, I think the first thing is that you want to be an example of pursuing your dreams. So I definitely don't agree with the mommy martyr thing where the moms put their lives on hold for the kids and just it's kids, and that's their whole life. Because then what happens is they turn around in 20 years and are like, what the heck? Like, what am I doing? Who am I? What do I want to do? So don't wait 20 years to figure that out. Figure that out while your kids are still young. You don't have as much time to do it because you're taking care of the kids, but make the effort to still pursue your dreams and passion. So the first thing is to be an example of that. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, because what I tend to see that, almost you martyr for the kids, which is great. We would die for our kids too, but you actually make that your only purpose in life.
Yeah.
And then what starts to happen, those kids grow up, they talk back to you, they're teenagers, and then you almost feel like, well, you're getting your life and your validity from these children.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, wait a second, I just sacrificed my whole life for you, and you're going to be a jerk to me. So we see a lot of women, they just get their feelings hurt. And
then they go to college, and so now they go to college, and almost your identity, if your identity was solely based on all your kids and they go to college, then you're almost left without an identity. We definitely see a major depression.
We see a lot of that in our office, which is unfortunate, but the moms just haven't taken the time to get to know what do they like, what is their other purpose. And I remember hearing our old pastor, Robert Morris, from Gateway in Southlake, I remember him saying one time, motherhood is not your ultimate purpose. And at the time, Justice was little, and I was like, really? I didn't really agree with that. But now that I'm getting older in the last couple of years, I've realized that is true. Motherhood is one of our purposes, but it's not our only purpose. So, and there's definitely seasons when they're little, we spend more time with them, and then as they're growing, that's natural. They spend more time with their friends, or they spend more time pursuing their hobbies and interests. So it's definitely something that we have to continue to pursue, even whenever our kids are young. So.
Jenny asked a great question. Hey, Jenny, we missed you today, and Gabe. She asked, what do you do when your kids, when they come home with candy and junk food from school?
That happened today.
Did he do it again?
Yeah. Well, it happened today because they had their Valentine's party today. So Titus came home and he was showing me all the stuff that he got in his Valentine's bag, and we just immediately our nanny actually picked him up from school, and she gave him the rest of her apple, and she even put a little thing on Facebook. She's like, here's what happens whenever the kids have a bag full of candy. So she had him eat the apple, and I think she gave him one piece, and then we hid it, and it's going to end up in the trash. So that's where it's going. I mean, so I'll let him keep like the little toys that were in there, but the rest of it, he got a piece of it, or maybe he got 2 or 3 pieces, and the rest is going in the trash. And then for Halloween, we've got an awesome trick that really works. for Halloween. However, they go crazy. They get as much candy as they want. And for every piece of candy, we change the price depending on how much they get. But we give them like 5 cents or 10 cents for the candy, and we dump it all in the trash because it is not good for anybody. You know, it's such a shame. But I don't want to donate that to.
No, I wouldn't.
You know, it's like we just dump it right in the trash.
We pay them per piece of candy, and then they get paid, and they appreciate that. They hustle a little bit, and then we give them the money, and then they throw it out. You give them a piece or something.
Yeah, they'll have a couple of pieces. We let them pick their couple pieces, and then that's it.
And we have normal kids. See, our kids are kids, meaning that just like anybody else, candy tastes good to everybody. I mean, it's not that like we raised them where they're like, oh, I do not like this chocolate peanut butter thing. Of course they love it. It tastes amazing.
Well, and that's what we tell them too. Whenever they taste something, they're like, oh wow, that's so good. It's almost like they found the secret. We're like, sugar does taste good, but you know, you're just not gonna have a diet of that. So
and they're good. I mean, I think Justice is really good at that. When he goes places, he asks, you know, and he
Justice is definitely more aware, and he's older too, so he's more aware. You know, he kind of tries to be a little foodie sometimes. So he tries to say, oh, I'm not going to eat that or not going to eat that. But anyway, Titus would eat anything, so we have to kind of restrain him a little bit. But same thing with birthday parties. I mean, I used to be so strict with Justice. He would go to birthday parties, and I wouldn't let him have anything. But now I am a little looser, and we don't go to birthday parties all the time. So if it's once every couple months, it's, it's okay.
So it's just, I mean, here and there, no big deal, but we definitely, it's not a habit for them whatsoever. And, and they're great. Their friends are sick in school and they're doing great. So they're getting adjusted. They're putting the right stuff in their body. And, that's what we do. It's a family value. It's a core value of our family. And their health is more, like, I'd rather them be mad at me, but their health is my core value and concern. So, they'll get over it, but they still have fun. I make great food for them, and
and that's the thing is that they still have all of the same things. We still do cookies, we still do brownies, but it's all a better version.
We make it.
And
you're in control of it when you're making it.
Exactly.
All right. So so that was the thing. So we talked about the kids. Let's do this. So when as far as your kid, how do we know how to steer our child in the right direction? Right. So number one, you were talking about don't let your kids be the only thing. It could be part of your purpose, but you can't base your character off that, because then it leads to depression. So another thing is, like, how do you know your child, you're leading them in the right direction? And so, I have a really good friend, Dr. Rob Vasquez, and his son Jacob is in acting and performing, and and then when he noticed that, he sees that talent, and then he invested in that. So he takes them all over the country, and he does auditions and trainings. So Justice is the same with us, where Justice loved karate at like 3. And here's the thing, he loved karate at 3. But how many karate movies do I ever watch?
None. Yeah, neither of us knew anything about martial arts.
Nothing. No offense if you're Asian out there, but nothing Asian. Like, I don't watch karate movies. I mean, I like them. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I don't.
He came up with that on.
I don't even know how he got that.
Yeah.
Right. So then he liked that. So we poured into that, and here we'll go for his black belt. If you guys saw it on Facebook and stuff, he's nuts. With the
so we
bow.
Definitely so whatever they're passionate about, we kind of go down that road and encourage them and find good coaches.
And you don't have to ask him to practice. He practices on his own. We never asked him to practice.
Yeah. Now with Titus is a little different story. So with each kid, it's going to be different. With Titus, he doesn't want to do karate. He doesn't want to do soccer. He doesn't want to do gymnastics. But we keep trying different things, and eventually something will stick. But we don't pressure him. I mean, he's only 4.
Yeah.
So we just kind of what's the word? Like, we introduce different things to him to see, and eventually something will stick. So
I mean, you definitely introduce him. You kind of give him a taste of everything. So how do you know what food you like when you only eat one meal? So the same thing here. So let him try each things, and the one he gravitates toward, but there's no pressure to do it. When he gravitates towards it, I'll put it all in there. And for me personally, I don't, unless any of the kids want to go to become a doctor, like a chiropractor, or if they want to become a lawyer, or maybe an engineer, that's the only 3 reasons why they'll ever even consider college. Other than that, they're going to be entrepreneurs, and then they will probably not even go to college. So the thing is, I'd rather take that money, number one, and invest it in apprenticing. So whatever it is they love to do or they're passionate about, I'll hire. For $100,000, I could hire Anthony Robbins or Grant Cardone. I could hire someone to be the best in the world to become their coach. So I'll find the coach of the best in what they love to do, and then they'll apprentice and they'll learn the best from the best. And I really think that's how you become an amazing entrepreneur. And I think that's the way it's going. Back in the day when we were even growing up, education was the key to making it. It's not today. You know, working for yourself, entrepreneurship is going to be the way to go. And I'm totally blessed. I'm so glad I went to school because I had to get my piece of paper. But here's the thing, if you're watching it, if you're a patient of mine watching this, understand this. I learned nothing in school. Everything I learned to take care of you, everything we learned had nothing to do. We had $400,000 of student loans, and it taught me zero. I had to go and pay money to learn out of school how to actually do what we do. So school taught me nothing at all, period, nothing. And so it was learning from the best, apprenticing. So I totally value that thought leadership. And and you know, we will keep you up to date as we go on that journey. But I appreciate it, guys. I know this is Family Friday. We had actually 2 parts today because the internet went again. Please hit the like button. Please share. Please say you love it. Any comments below. So if you're watching this and it's not live, still comment below. Woody and I always, and the key word is always engage. So when you see answers back or the wink or the thumbs up, that's coming from us. All right, so we will always engage. We will always give you everything we got. And we're going to see Whitney next Friday, or you might even see her this weekend if I'm doing something this weekend. Maybe you'll be shooting it. Okay. But we'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. We do this every single day for you. So thank you so much. Please comment below for new topics that you want Whitney to talk about. We'll see you soon. God bless.
Bye-bye.